from the top. From the top.
Okay.
We go again.
Welcome to...
Are you recording? Rahana's shitting herself. She thinks she's going to get a telling off by Ali Matt. You won't. She's in a great mood today, babe. Aren't you?
Just stand. You...
So sorry.
Rahana, babe, you're safe. I'll stand in between the two of you, don't worry.
You just stand in front of her.
Just did a brilliant intro and it didn't record. It's always better second time round.
No defamation to Rahana. No.
No, never. Can I just say, this is like a weird segue, sorry, but I listened to this podcast called Darling Shine. And one of the girls really struggled to get pregnant. And anyway, it was a huge thing. They spoke about it on their pod for years.
Fish's girl?
Yeah, Chloe Fisher. Okay, so she then did a pod ep with Fish once they'd had the baby. Like, she was like, I don't know, like 3 months postpartum or something. It was really like raw, emotional, amazing, apparently. No, his voice, it was like robot. Everything he said was like... So they had to redo it, like listening like weirdly. Or maybe it was her voice that was robot. So anyway, someone's voice was robot and the whole thing was just absolutely fucked. And she then had to redo it and like kind of like rehab the conversation, and Fish wasn't there because he was DJing somewhere in Ibiza. So all I'm saying is you could always have it worse. Imagine.
I'm never going to work again.
What a long way to get to that fucking punchline. We basically, before we were just talking about how ugly my toe colour is and the fact that she's about to go on a date, and the first date she had with this guy was a brunch date on a Sunday, which is a bit rogue for her.
It's really rogue for me because I do like dim lighting. Like when I walked in and I saw him, also he's way more attractive than I thought he was going to be. So then I like bricked it. I was like fully shaken. I picked up my cappuccino like this. I was like, am I okay? It's just a boy, relax.
Babe, do you know people might think that about you, by the way?
I'm fit.
Like, they didn't anticipate for you to be so... I think that offered...
I think I'm a catfish. I think I look better in pictures, 100%.
I think you just look the exact same.
No,
do you think?
I think you look better in
That's
pictures.
a huge compliment and you're a cow. I'm Team Rahana. Turn the recording on.
Do you not sometimes think in pictures...
Turn our mic down now, Rahana.
Sometimes in pictures you look like a fairy from another world.
What, I don't in real life?
You just look like... Don't get me wrong, you're beautiful, but you don't look like a fairy from another world.
Yeah. Or a bush baby. Yeah.
A bush baby's quite a good thing.
Also, I have a very like... I think I don't know what they call this, a canvas face. So like people look at me and they see what they want to see.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
see Gillian Anderson, they see their mum's best friend, they see their ex-girlfriend, they see whatever they want to see, and they'll all tell me, you look like my friend, or you look like Kate Winslet. Like they just tell me so many different names. I'm like, I couldn't possibly look like every single one of those people. So I must have a canvas face.
Anyway, she's packed a pair of knickers.
Anyway, I've got my knickers, I've got my femme fresh, because I'm in the mood. And if he's like, this is the thing, I've had a date with him, but I almost feel more nervous this time round.
Why do you... Let's therapize that. Why do you think that?
Guys, Al's really been my therapist recently. Like she's really like channeling her therapist onto me.
Yeah, Nikos just sort of like speaks to me.
I feel like Nikos is like in my life because of you.
Yeah.
Go on, what do you want to ask me?
No, why do you think you feel more nervous? What do you think if you like really, if you sat with that emotion?
I think because the first one, because I was so like caught off guard because I was like on a brunch date and I was like, this feels so weird.
You didn't have time to process.
I didn't process any of it. So I'm like, now when I replay the conversations we had, I'm like, wait, like, was there a vibe or did I just fancy him or like la 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 la? And like, I don't know anything, so I almost feel like it's the first date, take two.
Okay, this is interesting because he's a bit older.
Yeah.
And this morning sent her a message saying, shall I send you a car?
Ooh. Do you like that?
Told you. And our immediate response, the two of us, we were like, that is so misogynist.
Yeah, that is.
What? So, I don't need a car. I don't need you to send me a car. I can get my own Uber. I don't need... And I said to her,
girls love
other
it.
girls would be swept off their feet. They'd be in his bed yesterday.
I think it's because, I'll tell you why, like I get it. It's like,
Rahana, by the way, everyone, if you can't see her, Rahana is stunned into silence. She can't even say a thing. She can't move a muscle.
She's stunned, scared to speak. I just think it's so funny. It's so circumstantial. Because for example, if tonight I get lucky and he then offers to get me an Uber home, for example, I would take that. So I don't know why the like being brought to him feels so like biblical.
Because it's like you're being a bit pimped out, maybe.
I feel a bit like a cool girl, maybe, if I'm like being put in his Uber and like sent to his doorstep.
It's a bit, feels like I'm being kept. And it's like, I'm
I will not be a kept woman, although I will be. I've just decided I will be.
Yeah, I think we've come to a common ground now. Feminism's out the window, really. we must find... I've got a ditch rule because there are richer men. There are very many rich men.
There'll always be richer men and they'll be shorter and uglier, so don't worry about it.
Babe, you didn't specify tall and rich. You just said rich.
Rahana, you'd like that?
100%. Wait, so misogynistic.
Let's unpick that.
Let's unpick that, sure. It's just a bit like...
It doesn't feel misogynistic. Like, it doesn't feel like it's hating women to put them in a car.
It's just a bit like gross.
Is it to the restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought, like, I don't understand if it was like car to my house and then you went together.
No, it's to the... Well, actually, I'll tell you what it actually is. It was from my house to his office to pick him up to go to the restaurant together.
Cute. That's so Mr. Big and Carrie.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh,
the only reason...
Why did he pass on his number? I think
yeah, if I don't get lucky, I'll send him your way. I'll be like, I've got a place you can send a car.
I don't know.
Don't you worry about it. He'll get right
I
in.
don't like older men, so...
Yeah.
He's not 50.
How old?
He's 33.
Too old.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Oh, she's far too young.
So I do 2
You're
years.
within 10 years is fine.
No,
do
babe,
2
she
years
hasn't
above.
even had a smear test yet. Come on.
I'll let you know I have.
Had my fanny smeared. We've discussed the smear test.
Should we do the intro?
Can you do the intro?
Why did we do that? Babe, I think you should do it this week.
Hi everyone, this is Leave a Message. Thank you so much for coming back week on week. I actually can't believe it. This is the podcast where we listen to your voice notes, your dilemmas, your stories, your questions, and we unpick them together with joy, humour, and lack of wisdom.
This week, the Gallies are called...
Oh, what do you think?
Carrie.
Carrie, really good. Voice note number 1.
Hi Gallies, thought I'd just leave a message for you. So this is about a stalker situation with my boyfriend. So my boyfriend was at work, he's a tree surgeon, so he works like on the street, you know. He's in town, he's visible. This girl approaches him, kind of drives past, drives back, says hello. They exchange a few words, whatever. Nothing significant. We're at home, a couple of hours later, he gets like message requests from her and a follow request. Really weird thing being actually, they never exchanged names or anything of the sort. So how this girl has found his Instagram is actually beyond me. They've only got one mutual, so it's not like they could have known each other. Anyways, she messages him, basically saying it was lovely to meet you, whatever, hope I found the right person, was going to buy you guys some sweets, but you were gone by the time we get back. She inserts a picture of the sweets, and it's basically her shooting her shot. She was like, we're going out for a drink in a couple of weeks with some friends. Like, would you want to join? Bring other half if you've got one, ... He responds to that saying, thanks, but I'm really busy at the moment. My girlfriend's moving to uni in a couple of weeks, so maybe not. She then goes on to basically say, like, where's she going? What's she doing? Good luck to her. You know, nice things. And then basically saying you can do it in 3 weeks when she's gone. And I was like, bitch, watch yourself. Her last message was, funny how the world turns, finally got a friend now. I just think that's a little bit weird. My boyfriend doesn't seem to deep it, the fact that he's got a possible Fiona Harvey on his hands. But still, that is like quite next level stalking. No offense to the girl as well. She's like, I'm sure she's really lovely, probably just needs a friend. And fair enough. But yeah, let me know if I'm being dramatic or this is actually kind of fucking weird, because I think it's a bit stalkerish.
Sorry, I have some questions.
Yeah, go on.
So this girl has sent all of these messages in one day.
Yeah, I think she's done a bit of back and forth.
Yeah.
So she's just found him off the street.
So she's seen him, the tree surgeon, because he's visible. He's
out on the town.
She's acting like the village pedo and wants to get him sweets, apparently. I don't know what that is. It's so weird. But anyway, she's seen him, she saw he's fair. I'm assuming what she's done is, babe, just for a little bit of intel for you, she's seen the like slogan of the company or something on like the van. I'm assuming.
I was going to say
she's gone online.
Anyone, I could have done that.
She's found him on the company website, company's house, LinkedIn. I don't know. She's found him.
Yeah.
Then she's got his IG. She's then follow requested. He's obviously private. Slid in his DMs and is pursuing him.
This has all happened in one day.
Does it matter?
Well, kind of, because like if it's a little flurry of messages, you can kind of excuse it away. But if it's repeated messages over an extended period of time, that is fucking weird.
Yeah,
I have a feeling it might be extended because if she's already had the chance to discuss it with her boyfriend, then
she's got an eye on like the convo.
I think that's even weird.
But also, either way, it's persistent because he said no to the drinks and then she said, "Oh, we can go for drinks in a few weeks' time then." And like now I've got a friend. Yeah, when she's fucking gone.
It's a bit baby reindeer, I have to say.
Do you think? I think it's just like shooting the shot. But
if he's explicitly said,
I've got a girlfriend, I know. But then this is the thing. Like,
can you imagine?
I was having this conversation the other day with a friend, and I'll keep this super broad because I don't need to be
no defamation.
Defamating her. How do you say
defaming her?
Defaming her.
Sure, we don't need to defame anyone
or
ever.
her partner, but he also is visible job, and he gets quite a lot of attention in the DMs, likes.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
responding, and we were talking about it, and we were like, you can trust your partner as much as you want, but when that is like being like thrown at them constantly, it's like how do you ask them to be really boundaried with that? Because like this guy is like, okay, I don't want to be rude. It's just this random girl. I don't fancy her. Don't worry about it. But it's like, also like, will she be blocked? Will she now be blocked? I don't know how you say that because it feels a little bit controlling.
Well, my thing is that like, why did you even feel the need to reply?
I wouldn't have replied. And I do think, like, do we need to be that polite? I don't know that we need to be polite to strangers.
Guys, full disclosure, we're not replying to every sugar daddy in our DM saying thank you, but no thank you.
Thanks, Nigel, for the offer, but this time I've got to say no. We're not doing that. And then we're definitely not being like, oh, yeah, I'm glad you've made a friend out of me.
There was this guy, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, the last couple of weeks, it's been hella weird with us. Like, in our emails, in our DM,
yeah, this is really good.
On every platform, basically, they've requested a cameo from us, but the cameo, I will defame this person, I don't know their name. They requested a cameo, but the cameo was, can you fist yourself?
So an OnlyFans request.
Basically.
They wanted us to fit our fists in our mouth.
And not actual full fisting, don't worry. It was up top fisting.
It was PG fisting, yeah.
It was above board fisting.
And but they just like would not, like they harassed us in every platform. And we had blocked them within half a day because we were like, this is so weird and like, wacko behaviour.
Also, like, right to no response. Like,
do you know what I mean?
All the boyfriends out there, you could just take a right to no response.
It's different if in real life she's harassing you and being like, do you want to go for a drink? And you can be like, no, I've got a girlfriend. But do you even need to tell her?
Yeah.
Why do you feel the need to do that?
I do just think, especially with like social media now as it is, like it is a platform to like flirt and make advances. So sorry, it might just be a slide in the DM. It might just be likes. It might be sending a nude. I don't know what you're receiving in your DMs, but it's a vehicle to like flirting and to like want to be with you. It's literally called slide in the DMs. So you have to treat it, I think, like you're being hit on when you're out and about. It's the same. And it's going to make your partner feel uncomfortable. And like, no, babe, you're not crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, sad that you feel crazy. It's okay to not enjoy your boyfriend being advanced.
I would say to my boyfriend, why do you feel the need to even like reply to that? Why do you like, do you have to be that polite?
Yeah.
She's nobody. You don't know her.
Yeah.
Why do you need to respond to that?
He's scared she might start throwing sweets at him whilst he's trying to cut trees.
Oh, this whole thing, look, like no defamation to tree surgeons.
They are sexy.
Why? Sorry.
Because they're like hanging from trees. It's just sexy.
I just think like, did we really need to call them tree surgeons?
Kind of cool.
It's like, could you not have just called them like, I don't know, like
tree hairdressers,
like gardeners? I don't know.
It's very serious what they do, babe, because trees are living beings.
You can literally cut a tree halfway and it'll still grow.
Yeah.
Like at the bottom, like midway through.
Amazing.
It's
not surgery, is it?
It low-key is.
It low-key is. Sorry, I just wanted to pick up on the fact that, isn't it weird how sometimes...
I need to shut up.
Oh my God, my dress is on the floor, girls. What will I do? Holic Estate, I won't get a cab home. I won't get a #gifted cab if I look a mess. I was just going to say, isn't it funny how sometimes there's a degree of your partner being like found attractive that is like a good thing? Like if Raw got a bit of attention, would you be like, yeah, that's right, that's my man. But then there's like a limit to like, okay, I don't want you getting like all the attention all the time because it's like kind of exhausting and boring because I feel like I'm batting off tennis balls out of that like machine.
Well, it's only fun if you guys can share in the like the lol of it. If Raw was getting hit on by loads of girls and he was like, oh my God, lol.
Yeah.
Like she's wacko.
Yeah.
It's not fun if you're not like having fun with it. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's not a joke and then you do start...
Sorry.
What?
I was thinking about Sorry. I can't even say it, I don't think. Raw really fancies this girl.
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, and the way he was talking about her was killing me. That's not allowed either. He's got to get in the bin for that behaviour. No, he was having a laugh.
And I think that is absolutely hilarious because we were sat there having dinner, voice noting her about, and it's hilarious.
And he wanted to go on holiday with her, like he's obsessed with her.
Cook her, like every.
He was fully voice noting us, me, like, oh, my life with her would be so good. And Al's just like lolling, like, are you mad?
Even last night in bed, because I was like, do you wake up every day? You know, when I was like, do you wake up every day and just feel so lucky to just like be lying next to me? He was like, yeah, I'm so lucky. I can't wait to wake up every day. I'm like, whoa. I was like, would you rather be with a blonde girl? Because every girl you've ever fancied.
Yeah, he loves blondes, Raw.
Like, yeah, I'd like, if I woke up next to I'd be like, whoa!
He would as well. He loves her. Sorry, that's by the by. Inappropriate behaviour all around the shop. I mean, it's the thing is, like, we're all human, and like, also it's flattering. Like, if someone pays you attention, it's flattering. So that's why with your partner, you want to be a bit like,
I agree.
Are you enjoying it a bit much, hun? Like, are you replying because you're like loving the fact that she wants to take you for drinks?
Yeah.
And you've got to like keep a lid on that. Before we continue with this week's episode of Leave a Message,
if you want to be part of our group chat, make sure you leave us a voice note using all the details in the episode description.
Now, this can be about anything. Obviously, sometimes we ask you for specific topics, but if you've got a story that you think girls need to hear this, then get voice noting. Voice note number two.
Guys, this has literally just happened and I feel like it might help you give me some good advice, and I need all the advice I can get. I'm in crisis. I just finished my last shift at said store, and the guy was starting his shift as I was ending mine. So he walks in, I was like, good morning. He said, good morning, whatever. I'm then signing out and I was like, how are you? Because I was like, this is my last chance. I need to actually have a conversation with this man. So he was like, yeah, fine. I was like, not very convincing. We go on to talk about the football that he played yesterday, and I was like, oh, great, yay. And then as I was leaving, he was like, oh, wait, was it your last shift today? And I was like, oh, yeah, it was actually. Why, are you going to miss me? And he went, somewhat. And I went, sorry, you were meant to say absolutely 100%. And he said, oh, sorry, absolutely 100%. And yeah, thank you, see you later. Literally said, thank you, see you later. I'm now dying. But also, would it have been worse if I just stood there and was like staring at him? Because that would have been so embarrassing too. In my head, if that had happened to me, oh my God, I'd literally never stop thinking about it. I'd be like, oh my God, he wants me to miss him. I would be sent into a spiral for the next coming days. So have I just done that to him? Do boys have the same thought process? Do I now add him and see if he has me back? I'm going to leave it a few days because I've literally just left and that would be so embarrassing. But I'm not sure how long I can hold out. I need help. I've literally spoken to my friends about it and they're like, oh, okay. Don't know. I'm like, I don't know. That's not helpful. So please, girls, give me all the advice.
Well, I can answer that for you, honey. Boys do not feel the same. He has not thought about it. Not in the same way that you have. Like, he might have thought about it like, God, never flirted with her before. And actually, that was quite fun. She's fit. And that will be it. So, like...
The difference as well is boys don't, like, he's not going to have gone and said that to another soul on planet Earth.
Yeah, so you're like giving it this life of its own because you're talking about it and you're limerence-ing it and you're getting excited, you're living in lust, you're like, whoa, I think I love him.
Like, when someone asks him how his day was, he won't even mention that.
No.
Like, that's not in a mean way.
It will be more of a passing thought, like, oh, that was funny. Yeah. Oh, she was there.
Yeah.
And... the only way that you potentially are going to then pop into his mind for him to action it is if you like see him again or if you add him on Instagram or like, do you know what I mean? Like, listen, there's clever ways of doing it without you actually having to advance him. Like, you can like add him on Instagram. If you already have him on Instagram, do a little thirst trap. Like, there's ways of catching them out.
I think with boys, it's like also like, I don't mean to like be so mean, but they're so like simple and it's one slide at a time.
Yeah.
And so like it is. And if like, for example, he's like watching TV, he is actually just watching TV.
Yeah.
Or like to get into their psyche, you have to, it's like regularity. So like he has to see you that that you followed him. Then he has to see a picture. Then he has to bump in. So you're like constantly in his visual. If you're not in his visual, out of sight, out of mind with boys, basically.
100%. I do think though, like, I'm not against being forward. Like, I don't know what your friends have said, but I kind of think if you fancy him, you've got nothing to lose. Like, you can message him.
Roll of the dice, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but what's going to happen? You get rejected. You're being rejected anyway by like not being in his mind.
I actually don't agree, because when you don't have a firm answer, you can fill in the gap and make it a good one. Make the answer, like, you can make your fairy tale better than the reality.
Sure, but it's exhausting when you just like, oh, I can't wait to go to bed to think about my pretend boyfriend in my head. It gets so sad. Like,
so sad.
Me and Rahana feel that like so real. We're like, I can't wait to go to bed to get laid. Not really, just in my head.
I agree.
You wouldn't shoot your shot?
No, 100% shoot your shot. But you have to be like smart.
Yeah, listen, there's a way to shoot your shot. Also, you don't want to be like voice note number 1 where you're like beggy. Like, no one needs to beg for like a boy. Sorry, Hannah. Sorry, I don't know.
It's not her. It's the
random girl. But I am sorry if she's listening too. Well done for shooting your shot, because it's brave. It's so brave. I shot my shot. Guys, I did an embarrassing shot shoot. Shall I tell you about my shot shoot? Okay, so there's this guy I fancy. So I just like... Actually...
Is it who I'm thinking about?
Yeah, I put up a thirst trap. Yeah, from Summer.
Okay, I have to say though, guys, it didn't work. So like, it's not a guaranteed success rate.
It actually didn't work, and I tried one too many times. I
want to hear.
Okay, so I put up a thirst trap. He replied. I literally shit my pants. Yeah. I was on the phone to Al. I was on the phone to Holes. I was on a hen do. I was asking every single person on the hen do. I was running around the pool. I was like, I don't know what to say. What do I say? I think I love him. How will I make him fall in love with me with just one reply? Anyway, I replied.
You should have seen. It was honestly like a board meeting.
It was a board meeting. I zoomed everyone in. We got Raw involved. Raw did a few edits on the tape.
And it was honestly 5 words.
Yeah, it was a few revisions. Yeah. And it was like, in hindsight, it wasn't the best text I've ever sent. But anyway, I don't think it's to do with that. Then like after that, like shot was kind of shot and like nothing really came of it. Then I got his number somehow. We were like chatting a bit. And then he sent me a voice note at one point and he was like, we should go for a date. I was like, hell yeah, we should. Anyway, then nothing has come of it since. And now it's become like a kind of joke. And like, I was like to Holes, I was like, I've got one more shot, I reckon.
No.
Go on, I've got one more. And she was like, I don't think you do. And I was like, no, I think I've got one more. So I'm now just waiting for my final slingshot.
This is the thing. I think you can shoot your shot, but basically don't pin expectations.
No, and also you have to be willing.
Like do it for you, actually, more than anything.
Yeah, and do you know what I will say as like the best piece of advice is, that you have to allow their response to be their response. You can't like second guess what that means, read between the lines. If it's not yes or no, it's nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no nuance in their response, because
always don't do nuance.
If they're keeping you on the hook, they're just keeping you on the hook because they don't know a yes or a no. That's the nuance. That's it. There's no more to it. And you have to accept that and be like, I'll be on my merry way now because they haven't said yes to the date.
And don't go for one more shot.
No more shots. No, I am joking.
Yeah.
Until I have a tequila. And then maybe I'm not. No,
Carrie, number 3.
Hey girls, I just wanted to leave you a message. I have a bit of a situation and I really don't know what to do. Basically, there's this guy and I've kind of had a crush on him for a while, on and off. And he knows that I liked him. And a while back, he told me he thought I was attractive and liked me and stuff. But turns out he has a girlfriend.
Oh.
And last week, went on a night out with him and some like his mates, because we are friends. And then he walked me home, like held my hand, but I think that's so I didn't like fall in the road or anything. The next morning he was being a bit weird and he was like, me and my girlfriend will never break up. And I was like, what? Okay, send me the wedding invitation. Like, I'm happy for you. And so I didn't really talk to him after that because it was a bit weird. And then this Saturday, he was like, you haven't spoken to me since I walked you home. Like, what happened? Like, did I do something? And I was like, no, sorry, I just haven't really been speaking to anyone much. I ended up going to watch the football with him and a mate. He was like sober the whole time. And I got really drunk because I hadn't eaten anything all day. He was like flirting with me, like when like he left over message and everything. And I did flirt back and I do feel bad about that. I did flirt back.
Oh, babe.
And I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to do. If you like before, because I'm leaving for uni and I'm trying to see everyone I know before that. And he's like, oh, we can watch a movie. And I was like, I don't know. And he ended up saying like, oh, I don't think I can because I've got things to do. And I was like, thank God in my head, because I didn't want to cross that boundary. We ended up going for a walk instead. I was like, that's fine. Like nothing can happen. And then he tried to kiss me.
No.
Like a couple of times.
No.
And I didn't kiss him because that's not okay. And I told him, like, even though I liked him, I'm not going to do that because he is in a relationship and I respect that fact. And I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to do that. Basically, he said something that like really bothered me about him and his girlfriend. And I just don't know if I should text her or what. And I actually managed to find her on Facebook.
Right.
But I don't know if I should text her or not. I need advice. I'm sorry this is so long, but I don't know what to do.
Oh, babe, carry number 3. Goodness me, what a
You're
mess.
in a bit of a pickle, I have to say.
What a mess. Best get the clean-up crew in.
You best get to uni and turn your phone off and change your phone number, babe. I don't know what else there is to be done.
Yeah, that's actually a blessing that you're at like a crossroads and you're leaving this situation behind, actually.
This man is a slimy little piece of shit. Why are you doing that? Why
Say it as it is, sister. Don't hold back.
Why are you holding my hand? Why are you trying to kiss me and then saying, I'll never break up with my girlfriend? Like, are you on crack?
There's very few people that like physical intimacy is allowed with when you're in a relationship.
Sorry. Exactly.
Me and Raw have held hands, okay? I'll admit it, we have. But Ali was present and she enjoyed it.
Also, it's not like...
But you know what I mean?
That's not a good example because it wouldn't be weird if you held hands and I wasn't watching you. Do you know what I mean?
It probably would be. It's like genuinely, it probably would be. It's like weird.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't need to hold hands.
Like, for example,
go on.
Jack and I, like, we would hug each other, but over my fucking dead body would we hold hands. Like, ever in my... I would not hold...
Bizarre.
Ever. Like, and we've been friends for coming up to like 12, 13, 14 years.
Do you know what I mean?
And there is no... If he started holding my hand, I would think there's something seriously wrong now. The vibe has shifted.
Yeah.
And this is not friends anymore.
Yes.
Because it's such a small thing, but actually it speaks volumes.
Also, it's really hard as well when you're friends with say in this instance, you're friends with the guy and you don't know the girlfriend. Like, it's really difficult because it creates this like...
vibe.
Yeah, it's such a weird vibe because she's like a character that actually, like, if you wanted to, babe, and you really liked him, you could ignore. Like, I'm sure that's what happens. Like, people do ignore the fact that they have a partner because out of mind. Would you tell her?
She said that he told me something. I don't know what the thing is, so it's hard to know.
But also, he's tried to kiss you. So even if that's it...
I don't know, though. It's really... To, like, actually go in and, like, you know that this information is going to blow up their life. Like, that is so hard.
How do you try and kiss someone multiple times? I'm so sorry.
How do you try and kiss them multiple times?
To no avail. Do you know what I mean?
Like just one more try.
Right, take the hint, babe. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you've got something on your shirt. Yeah. It's really hard, isn't it? Because it might not even blow up their relationship. Like, that might be something that she's not bothered by. But
sorry, your boyfriend tried to kiss me. That's not something she would be bothered by.
I think people have stayed with people for worse, yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't blow up their life, but I'm sure it would be like, a spanner in the works.
Yeah, a spanner.
It's not,
Yeah. You'd pray it was a spanner.
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think like, this is so like bait to say, but I just feel like there's a bit of a responsibility when you've been privy to that kind of behaviour, because where else does he do that? And what else is he doing? And actually...
Okay, I would say don't tell her.
Don't tell her.
I've had
don't
this.
Tell him, don't tell him.
This has to be so mega anonymous.
You're so bad at Mega Anonymous. Guys, we haven't even told you we've got to stop the pod because someone that I spoke about on the pod has slid in my DMs.
Yeah, this will be our final episode, actually. There will be no more podcast. The guy that she spoke about last week, who, when the lights turned out and they were like kissing in the dark when they were kids.
He slid in my DMs and asked if it was about him. And I was like, obviously, if you know, you know.
Did you reply to his message?
I said, if you know, you know. And he just put ha ha ha. Oh my god!
and now we've just decided. Sorry, we can't
do it.
Like that deep.
It's not that deep. But I was like mortified because I was like, who listens?
Wait, it happened.
Who listens?
It's not like you lied.
No, I didn't lie.
No, it's the God's honest.
It's my chest.
It's just also, she does have a lot of secret stalkers. I don't know who all these people are.
But listening like trees in Narnia.
And then texting you. That's what I find weird. I'm sure I've got some of them too, but they're not in contact with
you. You know it's you. Why are you messaging me? What do you want me to say?
Haha, lol.
Haha, yeah. obs because we were both there and you did it.
Anyway, we won't be seeing you next week. Sorry, everybody. This is it.
Go on, give one more chance to save the pod.
Mega anonymous.
Mega anonymous.
Right, I have a friend. She's called...
Sorry, I've got another story I must tell you. Just remind me.
And Alice went on a skiing holiday. And on this skiing holiday, she also noticed that there was another group of boys. Basically, the boy in question, let's call him Matthew, is my friend.
Your friend, Ali Mac. Yeah.
Yeah. But Alice kind of like knows him secondhand through me.
Yeah.
Alice's friend, let's call her Olivia, is Matthew's type. But Matthew is in a long-term relationship.
Oh dear.
Alice goes back to the chalet, or wherever they're staying, flat, whatever you call it. And Olivia says, you will not believe, after you left, Matthew
advanced
all over me like a rash.
And we all know he's got a girlfriend.
And then the next day, Alice saw it with her own eyes. And I remember she voice noted to me, she was like, I actually can't believe what I've just seen. Like, this is so not kosher and no one can ever know. And like, in theory, Matthew's girlfriend is that person. She doesn't know her. Alice doesn't know Matthew's girlfriend. Their only mutual, I guess, is like me, but like...
I just think if that's what you do in front of people who know you have a girlfriend, what the hell are you doing when you're alone? I tell her.
And nothing happened, but like if I saw Raw doing that, I'd be disgusted. Like it's not, they didn't snog, nothing actually happened, but like the behaviour itself.
Like on Bad Boyfriends, when they're on that night out, it's like, it's too much. It's beggy. You're asking for attention. It's boring. Like, I don't like it. And I think I'd tell the girlfriend.
But Alice didn't tell the girlfriend.
Wow, Alice.
Because like, to be honest with you, what are you going to say?
I'm going to say your boyfriend's a pig, and I saw him being...
No, that's a good leading line, guys.
I saw him being unbelievably inappropriate with one of my friends, and I feel it's my duty to tell you.
Can I say something? Sadly,
She won't believe me, and then fine.
Exactly.
But then I've said it, my conscience is free.
But it's not about you. That's the point. I don't know if you know,
What if it is about me?
Not everything's about you.
What? Not everything's about me.
What's your other story that you wanted to say?
Oh, my fucking mother. I went into...
Anonymous.
No, I'm fucking at you, Linda Reed, you little bitch. So she literally, she's obsessed with us.
I know, I'm aware.
She talks about us everywhere she goes. Anyway, there's this coffee shop that
Linda also loves me way more than she loves you. And my mum loves her way more.
Yeah. So anyway, whatever, she's obsessed. And she goes into this local coffee shop that I always go into when I get home. Safe space, nice place to go, just a coffee and a croissant, no one knows you there. Anyway, my first boyfriend, Parley Pinton's mum, now works there. My mum has obviously remembered that that's
who she is.
Befriended her, hangs out with her all the time. The other day when I went to the dentist, where was she whilst I was in the dentist? In this coffee shop. So anyway, I have to go there to the coffee shop.
Sorry, what?
So then I say, oh my God, let's call her Jan.
Really?
I was like, Jan, so good to see you. It's been so long, obviously, kiss, kiss. My mum sat there going, oh my God, she's got this podcast and what do you call him? Oh, Parley Pinton says it in front of his mum. I'm like, Mum, I would love to get away with him never fucking listening to this or hearing me say his name that isn't very coded.
Linda, you must get to the doctor. Do you think that's a normal behaviour?
What a mad thing to say, and then she's saying it as if Jan gets the reference of the peas. Like, it's so bizarre, the whole conversation. I'm bright red, like, oh my God, I'm all...
Say?
I just said,
my mother's having an actual aneurysm right now. Please ignore everything she's just said.
Continue.
999, get the ambulance here.
Yeah,
now.
legit. I just continued to kind of ask her about him and his new girlfriend because I was just like, I would talk about anything else and I would like the ground to swallow me up. Thank you. Mental.
Linda, you must not be doing that. Please, actually, could you please...
If I talk about someone in a pod, I do not want it directed to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're trying to be anonymous here, hence the news.
Anyway, you've got two things. I tell them Al wouldn't, but she is right. It's not about you. And actually, if it's their relationship and maybe none of your business, then...
Maybe that's
the way it should stay.
Yeah.
I'd tell them because it wouldn't be able to sit with me, and I know it's not about me, but that's my truth.
Selfish.
I'm a selfish do-gooder, and I don't know what to tell you.
Should we do a roundup?
Yes. Babe, have we had a star of the week recently?
No, we haven't.
I feel like we kind of forgot that we did that. Right, anyway, bring it back. Bring it back, Richard.
Carry number 1 with the tree surgeon.
Yeah, it's just like Instagram activity pisses me off because I think everyone thinks it's fine. It's not. Like, you can reply once saying thanks but no
I
thanks,
don't
and then
even
you
think
must
can reply
block.
once.
No
I don't
reply.
think- no response necessary. Are you like one of those?
Just activating my right to not reply. Kiss,
yeah,
kiss.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, put your big girl pants on and like, you know,
One shot.
make your shot.
And make it a good one, babe. Just make it like a joke about like something in the conversation that you said. Do you know what I mean?
But then also like play a bit of mind games, like follow him, unfollow him, follow him. So like you're always, so that you're always like popping up in his notifications.
Follow him, unfollow him, follow. No, because that just looks like you like followed him, then you got scared, and then you followed him again.
Fine, follow him, drop a thirst trap, and hope for the best.
Good. And then number 3. Okay. Are we agreeing that you wouldn't tell the girlfriend?
You can have a different opinion.
I don't like to have a different opinion. I like to be a sheep. Yeah, I know what I would do. I think I would struggle not to say
If
something.
I was in her way, I would stop her from doing that.
Yeah.
Because
Well, as a girlfriend yourself, maybe you know better.
Well, I don't know. I would like to know.
Thank you.
But
so you would like the girl to come to you and be like, your boyfriend touched
Hold
my
on a minute.
tit. Because he's obsessed with tits.
If it is that, then yeah. But if it, trying to get kissed is crossing the line.
The line is crossed.
Renegading on what I said. You must tell him.
Spanner in the work. Throw your spanner in. Like, I just think, I don't know. I also think this is how like boys get away with like really mad behaviour, because it's all a bit like, oh no, shouldn't say, oh no. And you're also afraid of being like gaslit, that your truth won't be heard, because he'll just be like, no, he didn't. But it's like, you can say your truth. Your boyfriend was highly inappropriate with me. I just need you to know that. She won't believe you. Do you know what I mean? Mostly she won't believe you.
But at least you did your part.
Thank you. Come on. Selfishness for the win. It's selfish selflessness. That's what it is.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Question of the week?
Yeah, my star. Sorry, I want to give a star of the week.
Go on.
To number 1. Tree surgeon.
Okay.
And I think they should be called surgeons.
Sorry, I'll tell you why she's my star of the week. Because at the end she was like...
Me? I'm your star of the week.
No, tree surgeon.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm sure she's great. Like, no hate.
Yeah, no hate, no hate.
Hilarious. We do that all the time, babe.
Also, you hate her and it's fine. Like me too. Whatever. Don't worry about it. Right.
Question of the week. Hit
Question of the week.
Richard, play the jingle now.
What do you do if you have a crush on a friend? Number 1, tell them and risk them not feeling the same way.
It's like that at number 3, Carrie.
Yeah, I know, I read the brief. Ignore.
Oh, don't you find her when she's like, get us all on her high horse, like, I read the brief. Seem perfect. I just think, shut up.
Did you read the brief?
Yes, I read the brief just when we were standing outside.
To be fair, you did react to it.
Yeah. So you just pretended to read the brief.
It's all coming out now. She reacted to it and she didn't even read it.
I would like to keep my right to not reply.
Ignore it because that's your friend.
Okay, I think that you should say, but I don't think you should make any moves. You have to verbalise it.
What, like I think I fancy you?
I feel like I don't know what's going on, but I've just noticed my feelings are changing.
Good.
And
You're very articulate with things like this. Do you think in the moment you'd actually say them?
Probably, yeah. Because
really
I think
good.
it depends. Like, you have to give some respect to your friendship and like the relationship that you have.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just like... Also, guys, I don't know. I've spent my life doing this. Once your feelings are there, they will not go away until you look them in the face.
Yeah.
If it's there and it's niggling you, it will not go away.
Also, it is hard to be friends when you like actively fancy someone and then they creep into your daydreams and your night dreams and your wet dreams. Then suddenly it's all a bit
and then
problematic.
You can't hang out with them and have a pizza because you just feel that.
It's hard to have a pizza.
You know what I mean?
With someone you fancy.
I would say something like, I don't know what the hell's going on, and I know this is really weird, and this is you're going to react weirdly because it is weird. Yeah. I've noticed my feelings have changed, and I don't know what the fuck that is, but I just feel like I need to tell you so that we can like at least have a conversation about it. And if you don't feel the same way, maybe we need to like not be so friendly for a sec while I get over it.
You are alone in that thought process because the Gallies have said 60%. I'd ignore it because that's your friend.
Guys, don't ignore it.
They're ignoring.
Also,
Rahana's ignoring, head in the sand.
Guys, can I tell you something? I watched this video, TikTok, the other day that was like, do you know everyone, you're going to die? Like, you are literally going to die and you get one life. And if you don't grab that like, tell him you love him.
Yes, shoot your shot.
Try something. You're all going to die. So like, it is the truth. Do something, do it. Even if it's a mistake.
Do it. What have you actually got to lose? I always think that. Like, okay, the worst that could happen.
Sorry.
And if the worst that could happen isn't someone dying, I'd do it.
In this case, I guess the worst that could happen is that you lose a friend.
Yeah, but like, how good a friend are they anyway if you suddenly fancy them?
But also,
it's a different kind of friend.
I don't think you need to lose them. I think you just need to like renegotiate the boundaries of your relationship.
Yeah, but they might be like freaked out. They might be like,
if you
whoa.
told me like I'm in love with you.
If I said I fancy you, you'd be like, whoa, can't share a pizza with you ever again.
Is this a prank?
Where's the camera?
Where's the secret camera?
But you know what I mean? Like it would create like, I don't know, Jack turned around and was like, babe, I think I fancy you. I think you'd be like, sorry.
I would just be like, I think then we need to just like take a hot sec and not be friends. And like,
yeah, but would you ever forget that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, maybe that one you keep to yourself then. Unless you're willing to lose them as a friend.
Yeah.
Shoot the shot,
Or
but
like,
then
not
accept
lose
them to
them,
feel
but
a bit
just,
funny
like-
around you for a sec.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that might take honestly years to get back to them feeling okay around you.
Yeah.
That's the risk you
and
have
for you
take.
to be like, I was joking.
Yeah. Lol, I was like 3 shots deep.
I never fancied you anyway.
Disgusting.
You're a loser.
Guys, thank you for listening. Happy Wednesday. We will be back next week. Don't worry, we're not actually cancelling the
We're
pod.
only joking. I'm just going to be more careful about who I talk about.
I don't know. We're joking to a limit because, you know, if more people get in touch, we might have to seriously consider pulling the plug. It's not funny and it's mortifying.
Maybe I'll start like just being really way better with my fake names.
Party Pinton Babe. I don't think it's the most anonymous name of all time.
It was meant to be funny and now I really regret it.
Please send your voice notes, guys. We literally can't do this pod without you. And please subscribe. Thank you. Love you.
We love you.
Bye.